What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Ask the machine. Otherwise, you send in questions, I put them in the playlist, your questions, and I answer everyone that's sent in. Here's one that wasn't sent to that link, but it's so good, and it gets me so passionate that I wanted to answer it right away and get it up right away because I get asked this question a lot. This one comes from Sean. I'm on gear but want to stay healthy. Marc, here's yet another gear-related question. I'm coming to you because I agree with your philosophy towards both work and family. I've been on for about 20 weeks with the intent of being on for life. However, being 29 years old, I want to have a kid at some point, if not suppressed, to the point where permanent damage has already been done. I want to see if you have any anecdotal experience in this area, as I too want to live my bodybuilding lifestyle while being the best husband and hopefully father I can be. Also, for specificity's sake, I have never done anything more than 500 milligrams of Test D and cruise at 200 milligrams a week. Have an appointment with my doctor in the area that is scheduled for later this month that is very popular amongst new and old bodybuilders alike. So hopefully I can come prepared with a better idea of what I'm trying to accomplish with your help. Thank you for your time, and you do great work, and keep the content coming, blah, 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 blah. And I will go to my notes because I didn't want to miss anything. One thing is, you guys really want to, first of all, if you choose the bodybuilding lifestyle, you're an adult, you're going to see a doctor, he's probably an HRT doctor, you want to blast at 500, I'm sure later on you'll add in compounds like DECA, EQ, and all that good stuff. Me personally, I competed 3 years ago, and that's when I won my pro card in 2013. I've been cruising, or I've been on TRT ever since. I'm not one of those crazy steroid using mofos. What I do is, honestly, I'm on TRT. I've been on since I was 27 years old. TRT is very healthy if you need it. If you're not prescribed it, I believe it's a choice. You're making that choice. There's nothing I can say. You've already crossed that bridge. If you come off, obviously there's issues with coming off. You're going to lose all your gains, and you want to live the lifestyle. You're convinced of that. So me saying, hey, be natural, it's not going to get through to you. It's going to waste both of our times, and I'd rather help you where you're at now. Some things that steroid users need to keep in mind is that it's going to mess with your lipid levels, your cholesterol profiles, and a lot of other things, and depending on dose, it could mess with your blood pressure. With that, bro food and micronutrients play a role. With natural guys, not so much, because they're not throwing you that extra stimulus, that extra stressor to the body of steroid use. However, if you are on steroids, I do recommend you eat bro foods that are clean, whole, and unprocessed because of their micronutrients. Veggies, fruits, whole grains, whole proteins. Whey protein has its immune factors, things like that. A lot of veggies, a lot of broccoli. Broccoli also has diindolylmethane in there, which will help control estrogen. Has a lot of beneficial stuff. So one thing would be, if you don't eat clean now, if you don't eat clean, make sure you start eating clean. Supplements. Here's what I recommend. Call me a shill, call me whatever. This is what I've had people on who are on cycle. I coach people. Most of my clients are natural. I do have some enhanced athletes. And for them, again, they've made that choice. It's not up to me. They're adults. I'm a libertarian. If that's your choice, my job is to make sure you don't go full potato on that and take too much, and also to make sure that you mitigate some of the issues with using. Supplements I recommend, machine greens and multi. Again, micronutrients are key. Make sure you get all the stuff in there. Does have some ALA for liver support, some other products, some other stuff in there for liver support. This isn't a sales pitch on that, so I'll stop right there. Fish oil, again, you're looking at lipid profiles, cholesterol profiles, things like that. Fish oil will help with that. So it's 1 scoop of machine greens a day. For fish oil, I'd recommend for the Ethitech Nutrition fish oil, 2 to 3 caps a day. That should be just fine for what you need. It's very affordable. Another product is AI Sports Cycle Support. Cycle Support has adequate dosing for all organs in the body, be it heart. Not saying it's going to fix it or prevent stuff, but it does have ingredients in there that will definitely help support healthy functioning of the liver, kidneys, and other organs throughout the body. Also blood pressure, things like that. I recommend 1 scoop of that a day when cruising. and 2 scoops of that per day when blasting or on cycle. As far as how long your blasting cruises are, that's on you. A lot of people do 6 weeks blast, 6 weeks cruise, 4 weeks blast. Again, there's so many different methods, and that's not the scope of this video. My scope is to make sure you don't fucking die. Cardio. Keep your cardio in check. Low intensity cardio like walking around Walmart, that has its place. What I recommend now is something that has cardio benefits you get done in 4 minutes. It's Tabata. I recommend doing 4 minutes Tabata after every training session. It also leads to a 28% increase in muscle or anaerobic activity development. So I'm gonna link that down below, how to do Tabata. There's 2 videos I've done on it. And in 3 weeks, or if you're seeing this video later, I will have a series on training and functional training and healthy training and training for your joints. So I definitely recommend cardio in the form of Tabata, and of course stay active. Tabata, as long as you eat for the increased caloric expenditure in EPOC, you will not leach muscle gains. In fact, it might help you gain more lean mass. I recommend that after every weight training session, so 4 to 6 days a week. Dosage. If your diet's on point and if your training's intense, hard, and epic, you don't need to go crazy 12-gram cycles like these fuckboys do online. You know, you don't have to go crazy. I generally never think you need more than 1 gram a week total of steroids use. So if you're doing 500 tests, you do 400 deca as your blast. I think that's more than enough if you're supporting that with proper nutrition and hardcore training. And drug choice. Again, steroids are steroids. You have ones that are very harsh like Tren, which is for an experienced user. It's extremely effective. However, the side effects are, you know, decreased lung capacity, potentially some effects, some deleterious effects on the kidneys and liver, even though it's injectable. I'd stay away from orals. I would not take insulin or diuretics. Of the 2 things that we can put into our body that will kill us, it is insulin for sure immediately, and diuretics can kill you. GH, I wouldn't take the dose over 2 IUs per day. The studies that are not done over 4 IUs, so the amounts that bodybuilders are taking now, we really have no data as to the side effects. But all I know is that if you look at bodybuilders, they have extremely large hands. You can tell I'm not on GH because my hands are dainty. If you shake hands with a pro bodybuilder, they have huge hands, and that's a form of acromegaly, I think it's called, where it's the increase in size of limbs. It also increases, you know, it causes carpal tunnel syndrome and things like that. 1 to 2 IUs is what you take generally for health. As far as hyperplasia, hypertrophy, it might increase fat loss. GH I see as something that's more of an anti-aging supplement. I don't see it doing much for muscle growth or fat loss. You kind of eliminate that if you want. And steroids, again, like John Romano said, show me the bodies. There is no direct link to steroids and death. However, if you take too much, it does strain your system, and it can lead to stress on the heart from being larger. And also, you know, that can increase your chances of mortality. That's it, brother. I really appreciate your email. I want to make this live right away because you wrote me in such a professional and respectful manner, and you're looking to have kids. As far as having children, Branch Warren has kids, Ronnie Coleman has kids. HCG is a miraculous thing. So what I would do is when you're on your, this is something to consult with your doctor about, okay? But from what I have seen and read and the endocrinologists I've talked to, if you're blasting and cruising, if you're on a 6-week cruise, take HCG during that 6 weeks, and then don't take HCG during your blast. The general recommendation for that is 250 to 500 IU Monday and Thursday, so twice a week. 250 to 500 IU 2 times per week. That'll keep your balls acting. When you're trying to have kids, again, HCG should be taken. And also, you want to make sure you have an anti-estrogen in there because HCG will increase that, as will testosterone and all other steroids. So you're looking at around, you know, for the dose, I believe it's 50 to 100 micrograms, I believe it is, of Arimidex per day. There's other drugs like letrozole. Again, don't quote me on that dosage. Again, I've been on so low dose TRT, I don't need anti-estrogens. 150 milligrams a week, again, I'm not needing anything, so I am kind of rusty in that. But I believe it's 50 to 100 micrograms per day on Arimidex. There's letrozole, and there's other aromatase inhibitors, anti-aromatase agents that'll work for you. I'm Marc Lobliner, tigerfitness.com, brother. I hope not only this helps you, but it helps everybody else involved in your life. Okay, man? That's not a game.